Hi, Jez here from nigezza.co.uk, and I'm here with another project. And you might remember this box that I did last week, and I hand stamped this, and I said that how much I really liked this, and I went, I might do a card. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm going to do a card that will go with this beautiful box by making some more of this paper. So I decided I might do a little bit of a one sheet wonder with a piece of A4. So I'm going to stick with the same colours, Blackberry Bliss, and I've mounted the two flowers. So I'm using the little thinnest petal one and the medium size one. I'm not using the biggest one. Okay, and so the first thing going over, I'm just gonna use full strength with this one, and I overlapped it. I didn't originally, but I decided that I would overlap and leave no gaps. I'm just going to bring in a scrap piece there, and so I am just, it doesn't matter if they're touching, I was a bit uniform there, so I'm now going a bit more random. And what I might do is speed this up so you don't have to see me do it, but I will just do that little bit so you can see what I'm doing before I speed up. So this is going over in second strength. So you can see how I'm doing it. Now looking at that, that's got a gap there. Don't want that gap, so I'm just going to go over the top there and fill it up. So that's how I'm going to build that up. Okay, so I'm just going to carry on and I'll be speeding this up. So there we go. Got a little bit of repetitive strain injury there, I feel. So that's my DSP stamped, and I'm going to now create some cards with it. Okay, so I'm going to get my trimmer. Where did I put it? There. And I'm going to go for some quite simple style of cards. So I'm going to do it like they were a mat. So I'm first going to cut the sort of mat sizes that I use, and I mark up my trimmer. So that is the full size, that is the mat size. So that's a whole mat. And then I'm going to cut these diagonally in half. There we go. So those are my bits. I've got a couple of little scraps there that I may or may not use because, unsurprisingly, I haven't sorted out exactly what I'm doing yet. Okay, so I've cut up my card blanks and I'm using the extra thick Whisper White. So I'm going to get 8 cards. So I'm going to get 2 using the stripe. I may change the orientation. 2 using these 2 smaller triangles, and then 4 using the big triangles, 1 on each. Okay, I'm going to use different stamp sets, and I'm going to use various greetings for these cards. So happy birthday gorgeous, I think I'm going to use a happy birthday. From the ribbon of courage, I'm going to use sending loving hugs, and I'm going to use live every moment, laugh every day, and love with all your heart. I really like that saying, and I might do a with faith all things are possible. I think I'm going to do a thank you, and I might do kindness changes everything, and there's so much love about you, quite like those. And I think from this one I might do life is sweeter with friends like you, and let's celebrate. Okay, so lots and lots of sentiments, and I was choosing them for the sizes because I want to stamp them on Whisper White and mat them with some Blackberry Bliss. So I've got the 2 1/4 circle punch, and then the second largest stitched framelit because they will mat together, and I've got the 2-inch circle punch and the starburst because they mat together. So those were my ideas of what we're going to do. I wanted to keep it pretty simple and pretty quick to put together. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is stick these all down. So I just wanted to show how you could make a collection of cards that would cover lots of occasions and not actually take too long to make. And I am not matting these, I am just sticking them straight down without any mats. Sometimes when I do one sheet wonders I do mats, but not with this, because I think the because I've stamped right up to the edge, I don't think it really needs it. Okay, so I'm going to continue to do this. I might speed it up. I'm going to do one. That way. So they're all slightly different, even though they're using the same bits. So you can see how to get a different look depending on which way round you do something. And I think these are really good when you've got limited resources, limited amount of money to spend. You can get a nice lot of cards here, some cardstock and 1 ink pad, and then we're going to use a few sentiments. Right, so that's the cards all done like that. So now let's get some Whisper White Ordinary. Got a scrap there, and then let's start stamping some of our sentiments. So with this 2, 4, 6, 7, because the thank you I am going to stamp directly on. Right, I'm just going to close that one there. I'm simply going to put thank you across there. So forgive me if my head's in the way. There we go. I like that, nice and simple. I might add some butterflies to them, but right now that's that. Love a little bit of simplicity. And now I need some Blackberry Bliss to map that onto. So I want 6 of these. One, there we go. And then I'm going to cut a stitch framelit one out. I'll do that in a sec. Let's get these all stuck on. So we have got, so we can do a happy birthday like so. And there's so much to love about you. Sending love and hugs. Live, laugh and what have you. I'm going to put the bigger one on that one. Let's celebrate. Life is sweet. And that one's going to have the bigger one on, I think. What did I do with the other one? That's I just did that one. I think I might put some butterflies on that. I'm going to pop these up with dimensionals. I'm going to leave that one to the side because I've still got to cut with that one. So we'll get some dimensionals. Simply put these on. I might speed this section of the video up. Okay, so I've done some cutting out and I just wanted to show you how I made this little flower here. So I just put a scrap of paper, cardstock, just in the corner bit, and it cuts out like so. And I'm just going to pop out the bits of the flower that we don't want. And then I'm just going to take my snips and sort of trim round. Oh, my low batteries come up again. There we go. So I'm just going to trim round here where I don't want and then we've got, oh, where am I? Where I've got my flower. So I'm going to do this one. Okay, so I cut that stitch circle, so I'm going to stick that on. And the edge of this circle just sits inside where the stitches are. And I'm going to pop this up on dimensionals as I did the others. I am thinking that I will offer this as my next class, I think. I think people might enjoy doing this in a class. Make eight cards, all similar, but with different sentiments, and people can choose their own sentiments, and also can choose the colours that they want. Okay, so I'm just gonna, I think this flower sets off, gives the extra little embellishment to this that makes it a little bit extra special. I did think about the butterfly, but I actually think it's a bit too big. So there's that one. There's that one. I think they don't really need a butterfly. That one certainly doesn't. But this one I felt needed some flowers, and I thought I might just pop them underneath like so. So it doesn't matter that that one's a bit rough because we're not going to see it. So I'm going to poke that bit underneath. Like so. Good way of using up little scrap bits of cardstock to make these little embellishments. You could always make a load up whilst watching telly and keep them in a box for when you might need them, particularly if you haven't got many colours and they're colours that you might want to use. Now, do we need a butterfly on one of these? No. I'm not sure that they need a butterfly, to be fair. I think they do as they are. Not going to do a butterfly. Okay, so that is my cards. So let me show you them one at a time. So we've got that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. So that's the 4 of those. That's the other one of that one, and that's the other one using the strip. So there we have it, 8 cards, 1 piece of hand stamped cardstock, some scraps of Whisper White and some scraps of Blackberry Bliss. There we go. All the measurements will be on my blog, nigezza.co.uk. I hope you liked that. Hope you'll have a go. Please show me if you do. And as you can see, this would go beautifully with this box and serve many, many occasions. Okay, see you again soon. Bye-bye.